As I often do, as your pastor or a pastor, if I'm not your pastor, I encourage you to read the Bible every day, and I offer you scripture prompts, but not necessarily everything you need or not necessarily the direction you're going to go in. I'm not your boss, spiritually or otherwise. But I do put out prompts and I put out suggestions and I put out helps, sometimes a lot, sometimes a little. For instance, in this post, I've taken the daily scripture reading suggestions from the Common Lectionary and I put them here. And I've got a link to Bible Gateway where you can go. And if you don't like the translation I put there, all you got to do is go up in the little box there, change the translation, and read it. Read it in more than one. Read it in the King James for beauty. Read it in the NIV or the ESV or the NRSVU for a little more accuracy and depth. Read it in the Message for vibrancy and for freshness, or the New Living Translation. But read it. Stop with it. Consider it. If you don't get past the first one because it's grabbed you, it's captured your heart, and you need to spend time with it, then walk around with that all day or sit with it all day. But whatever you read, I ask you, maybe get together with some other people. Maybe not this post, maybe one of the other posts, maybe Sunday's sermon, and ask a series of questions. And here's a pretty generic set of questions that you can always apply in a group. If you're forming a small group or a house church or an extension of our ministry at a coffee house or your home, without forcing the issue, do you see any common themes? Is there anything that looks like it's a recurring theme in those passages? It's not, they're not picked for that. They're chosen so that every 3 years you get a good reading through of most of the Bible. Second question you can ask yourself or toss around with one person or 3 people or 15 people. Is there a verse that is pressing on your heart? It won't let you go. Third question. Do you sense the Spirit of God speaking to you? And I put speaking in quotes, not because I don't believe the Spirit of God speaks to us, but because we have to be humble enough to know that we're filtered. And I have to be humble like that. And then what will you take away for further reflection? What will you do? What will you spend some time walking around with, or sitting with, or dreaming about? And then it's not written down here, but is there some application that we as a group, or I as an individual, you as an individual, can make? I pray that God would guide you and lead you and open the scriptures to you in a fresh way today. This is your pastor, Tom, signing off for now. And I will sign off as soon as I can find the button to do so. There it is. Bye.